Hey there all, welcome back to another one of my homemade videos. I got some more stuff to show you guys, more SEGA stuff. Now, one of my past videos I was talking about the Nitro adapter here, the Nitro adapter region cartridge, which lets you play imports from other countries on your Mega Drive or Genesis, doesn't matter which one. And I mentioned that that before I bought the Nitro adapter, I bought the Genesis version of Shinobi 3, which is what you see here, and it wouldn't play on my PAL European Mega Drive. It had a region lockout. Well, what I did was, after I bought this, I then went back to the Gametraders shop, and I bought Shinobi 3 again, the Genesis version. Now, I can play this game now. It plays on my PAL European Mega Drive, but there's only one thing wrong with it. It has slow music. Now, the PAL version, I'll just get it out. The PAL version, where's the PAL version? Now I can see it. Yeah, here it is. This is the PAL version. Now the PAL version has optimized music, so the music runs at the correct tempo. But playing the Genesis version in 50 Hz leaves the music slow. Now I'll show you right now before I go any further talking about all the other stuff I got here. Okay, you see this? This is the Genesis version of Shinobi 3. Only designed to work on a 60 Hz Genesis. Got it on top of the Nitro region adapter. It's on the Genesis setting. Now, it'll work. Watch what happens when I put it on. I can't play it like that. This is not like Sonic 1. This game is not supposed to have slow music. Sonic 1 is. This one isn't. Now, the PAL version that came out in the PAL regions doesn't sound like that. Okay, that's the result of me forcing a 60 Hz only ROM to play on a 50 Hz machine. And that's the result. So that means that this Genesis version of Shinobi 3 will never play correctly unless I get my Mega Drive modded to support 60 Hz. That's the only drawback. Now, watch what happens when I use the PAL version. Okay, this is the PAL version. Looks pictures a little bit smaller. Now this is optimized. The ROM is optimized, so the music will play at its correct tempo. I don't need the Nitro adapter region cartridge because this will play perfectly well on here. This is how the PAL version is on 50 Hz. Big difference, eh? The frame rate's still the same as the unoptimized Genesis version, playing in 50 Hz. It's just that the music tempo is different. So, you know, I guess if I'm going to play this version, the Genesis version, I just have to turn the sound down because I can't listen to it like that. And this is me talking here. You know, I love PAL. I love PAL more than NTSC, but I know when it's supposed to sound slow and when it's not supposed to sound slow. And that's not supposed to sound slow. Luckily, I had a PAL version, so I'll stick with the PAL version. Alright, well that's that. So I'm guessing that that's why the later games have region locks in them. Because SEGA got lazy with optimizing and optimizing and unoptimizing all the ROMs worldwide. So they only did it for certain regions, because this is not supposed to play on a PAL European Mega Drive. That's why you get that bullshit screen, the lockout screen. But I've bypassed that with this cartridge, so I can play any game. It's just some are left with slow music because they're not the PAL versions. And by all means, I mean this is supposed to be like that. It's a Genesis 60 Hz version of the game, so it's not supposed to be optimized. So the slow music is actually how it's supposed to be. So if you play, that means that if you play the optimized PAL version on an NTSC Genesis with this Nitro adapter cartridge, the music will speed up to 70 Hz because the PAL version is already optimized. So you're going to get twice as fast music on the Genesis. Alright, well let's move on with all this other stuff I got here. Now, every week I go to the Gametraders shop, and they always seem to have something new for me. I bought this one, Echo, the Tides of Time. Yes, it says Mega Drive. It's PAL. Woohoo! I'm not really into the Echo games. I just bought this mainly for collection purposes. Perhaps one day I'll sit down and play it properly. Now, the other one is this one, this Deadly Moves. It's a Genesis version again. But this one plays without the Nitro adapter region cartridge. Now, I'm curious about this game because I want to know if this game had a European release. I know it had a Japanese release under a different name, different title of the game, and I know in North America and Canada this is what it was called, Deadly Moves, Sega Genesis. But I'm wondering if there was a PAL version. Me thinks that maybe this game wasn't released in the PAL regions in Europe. If that's the case, well, I guess I'm lucky I got this, because this plays pretty perfectly. Music sounds right to me. I've watched other videos of gameplay of this on YouTube. The music does sound faster than what it plays on mine. So this could be another unoptimized ROM, perhaps. I'm not sure. But it plays without the Nitro adapter, but the music is still 10 Hz slower. That means that if there is a European PAL version of this game, it would also be unoptimized, and it would play at the same forced 50 Hz. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong. That's just the result of, that's just how SEGA intended it to be for the PAL regions. Then we've got this one, Tiny Toons Adventures, Buster's Hidden Treasure. Now, I only played this once briefly, and I'm very impressed with it. It's your standard 2D action platformer. You play as Buster. You're on the hunt for hidden treasure. It's got gorgeous graphics. There's about 33 stages in this game. The soundtrack's pretty good. The music sounds a lot like Rocket Knight Adventures. Oh, well, Konami. There you go. Same makers. And last but not least, I found this in the shop the other day, and I bought it straight away as soon as I saw it. This is the original SEGA Master System converter for the Sega Mega Drive Model 1. This is the power version. I know in the States it's called Power Base Converter, and the Japanese one is called the Mega Adapter. So the power one is this one. Now, this is the original Master System converter by Sega. Okay, this one here in my hands is not, but they both play exactly the same. Except this one this one looks like a toilet if you turn it upside down. So it fits on top of here. This slide is pretty bad, I know. Can't seem to get good light on it. It goes on top. Push it down. There we go. You can open that up. It's good it's got that cover, so you can prevent dust from going in there. Got a Master System cartridge here, running battle. You put it on, turn the power on, you'll still see the light there. You got your pause button, which is, I suppose that's good. It's not on the cartridge like on this one. Because this one you go to press it and it bumps the game. But with the original one, you've got your pause button right there. And of course this one can play your cards, your card games, the really early SEGA card games before they started converting them to cartridges. So yeah, this thing can play your card games where this one can't. But this one doesn't fit on the Model 2 Mega Drive, where this one does. So they're both good. It's very hard to say which one's better. You know, since I bought this one, I've been using this one, of course. I suppose I will from now on. I like the look of it. You know, it's very attractive when it's sitting on top. You know, more than this. This one just fits in there like that. And you put your game on top. So I'll just give you a quick look at how it is on my Mega Drive down there. Okay, so I've got the Master System converter on top of my Mega Drive down there. I know you can't see because the light's dark. And I'll show you Master System game playing on it now. It's not going to be Sonic 1 like what everybody puts on, including me. This is a different game. This is Lemmings, the Master System version, only released in Power Regions. Well, that's that, guys. That's everything I wanted to talk to you about and show you. So I'm really glad I got one of these. You know, I've never seen one of these in Australia before. You know, I've only seen pictures of them on eBay from other countries. You know, from England. They seem to be not so rare over in the UK. And I've seen pictures of the ones for the American Genesis on eBay, the ones that say Power Base Converter. But I've never actually seen one in Australia. And there it was, in the shop. You know, a bit pricey, but I wanted it, so I got it. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed the video, you know. I just gave you a bit of an update there on my recent finds. So yeah, that's that. Alright, take care of yourselves. And I'll stop it there.